Hi Matt, so you're here today for your 6-month follow-up on your foot surgery. How's your foot doing?
It's a little sore from time to time, especially when it's rainy out. I feel like almost, I have some arthritis in it and it like pops and stuff. Sometimes it's painful.
Okay, have you been having any other effects from the accident?
Not really. I know that I broke a couple ribs too, and sometimes I have like pain in my back. I talked to my surgeon about that. He basically told me to talk to you with regards to the pain. My sleep has been kind of messed up.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Since the accident. Like I go to bed, no problems typically. However, sometimes I do think about the wreck. I don't know whether I shared this with you, Doc, but like I was the only one that survived that accident that night. And I lost 3 of my friends that night, pretty close friends. And it's really hard.
Yeah, that must have been a horrific experience. I can't even imagine what that was like.
It's really hard. So about my foot, I guess. It still hurts from time to time, but it's good.
Are you going to physical therapy like your surgeon suggested?
I go to physical therapy. However, I don't do the exercises like I should. And I think that in large part that's why it keeps clicking.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm going.
Okay. Is that something that you'd be willing to do, would be to continue the physical therapy, try the exercises at home, and then maybe we can have another follow-up session in a month or so and see how that's working?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm really glad you took me off those opiates because it was making me constipated.
So I'm glad that we have addressed your foot and you're going to continue to go physical therapy, and then we can check back in on that. I did want to kind of revisit your sleep. I'm wondering if I can ask you some questions about that.
Sure.
Okay, sometimes when people go through really traumatic events, they can develop a condition in which it kind of stays with you. Have you heard about post-traumatic stress disorder?
Yeah, actually my brother may have it. He's in the military, and he's gone on a couple tours to Iraq.
Okay, so I was just wondering if I could do a short screening for physicians, and then based on what that says, we can see what some next steps would be for you.
Sure.
Okay, so in relation to your response, and when you think about the car accident, have you had nightmares about it or thought about it when you didn't want to?
Almost definitely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Have you tried hard not to think about it or went out of your way to avoid situations that reminded you of it?
No doubt.
Okay. Do you feel like you're constantly on guard, watchful, or easily startled?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Not so much?
No, I try to take public transportation. I try not to get behind the wheel if I don't have to.
Okay. And have you felt numb or detached from others' activities or from your surroundings?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Feeling that a little bit lately?
Especially socially. I had a pretty tight knit group of friends, and 3 of them are dead.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like it would be really helpful for you to talk with our behavioral health consultant that we have working here in the office,
Mm-hmm.
and she can do some further testing with you just to see if this is something that's going to interfere with your life. Are you willing to speak with her today?
Well, my brother hasn't had real good experiences with behavioral and mental health.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, maybe it's different here.
Okay, yeah, and what we can do is I will have you fill out this initial screening, and you can go over your answers with her, and then if you and her decide that it would be helpful for you to come back, you can, and if not, then you are not committing to anything at this point.
Yeah, done her.
Okay,
Especially
great.
if she's here.
So I'm going to go see if she's available, and in the meantime, I'm going to have you fill out this questionnaire.
Okay. Great.
Here's a pen,
Well, thanks.
and she'll be right with you.
Oh, yeah.
Hi Matt, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
My name's Dr. Lyman.
Dr. Lyon.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I was just talking with Dr. Sam outside and she told me that you were taking a PTSD screening test.
I was, yeah, and I'm kind of happy to see you.
Okay.
I was sharing with Dr. Sam that, you know, my brother's in the military,
Mm-hmm.
and my brother really hasn't had good luck with like mental health, behavioral health
Oh, really?
people. So
Mhm.
if you couldn't meet with me today, I probably wouldn't have come back to see you.
Well, I'm glad we're both here then.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
absolutely.
always have a psychologist on staff during doctor hours, just in case something comes up, like she was telling me about how you were having problems with sleeping and stuff, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna look at this checklist first
Sure.
and see what your answers were.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so the first one says you have had repeated disturbing memories and thoughts or image of a stressful experience from the past. Can you tell me about this experience?
Yeah, so I mean, the whole reason why I'm here today is I'm coming in for a surgical follow-up.
Okay.
I was discharged by my surgeon, and he has me following up with Dr. Sam with
Okay.
regards to the surgery on my foot.
Yeah.
So about like 7 months ago and 12 days,
12 days.
I was involved in a fatal car accident. I mean, obviously I didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
But 3 of my really close friends
I'm very sorry.
passed away, like died on the scene. Yeah, and yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, how's that? Obviously, I'm sure that makes you very upset. How often do you think about that?
It's daily. Yeah, it's daily. It's not very often that I'm not thinking
Mhm.
about it.
I can imagine.
I haven't really been able to return to work.
Oh, really?
Um,
Where did you work?
I was actually practicing as a doctor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What kind of practice?
OBGYN.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you haven't been able to
It's good work.
go back since the accident?
Not really. I mean, I've tried a few times, but like being in that setting and being in the setting myself,
Mm-hmm.
it's just been too much.
Yeah, just too much for you right now. I can completely understand that.
Yeah.
And this has been affecting your sleep?
Yeah, well, and that's another reason why I really can't work. So when I lay down at night to go to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, not very often, but sometimes I fall asleep, no problem. Most of the time, though, I have racing thoughts about the car accident.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they range from, could I have done anything differently, to why was I the one to walk away from the car accident? To, you know, why us? Why then? Why now?
Do you feel like you blame yourself at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing some reading online about like survivor's guilt.
Yes.
And I've done a little bit of support group work with that.
Oh,
And I totally feel guilty.
you feel guilty.
Like, why didn't I die?
I just want you to know that it's not your fault. So there's that. It's not your fault that they died.
Yeah.
But I can imagine having that feeling of guilt, being the only survivor.
Yeah.
And then do you generally tend to avoid cars now, or?
Yeah, so I mean, it's another reason why I have a really hard time returning to work, because I mean, I use public transportation. Where I live, I mean, you know how it is around here. I mean,
Yeah.
It's really hard. I mean, if you miss a bus, you're waiting another hour and a half.
Yeah, it definitely affects you.
Nobody has time for that.
That is, I understand that,
Yeah.
100%. And then do you have any, when you're thinking about the accident, or you're like up late at night and you wake up from a night terror, do you have any physical symptoms, say like your heart beating, or like anxious feeling?
Most definitely, most definitely. So when I wake up, sometimes I'm like drenched in sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm crying. Like I'll wake up and I'm
Yeah.
like bawling, like hysterically, or I'll wake up my wife, and she'll maybe wake me up because I'm like, trying to catch my breath. Yeah, sweating, increased heart rate, breathing. My breathing's all like irregular.
What has your wife said about how you've changed, if you've changed in the past 7 years?
It's interesting that you asked me that, because she's noticed that since the wreck I've been kind of distant, kind of removed, kind of numb, not really invested in the relationship.
Are you feeling like a lack of pleasure in things that you used to enjoy doing?
Yeah, I just don't do them.
You just don't do it? You don't do anything? So
Right.
You don't go out at all? Or
Well, I
you
mean,
stay
like,
generally?
Me and my wife, will like say, okay, we're going over to so-and-so's house, whatever. Like, all right, let's roll, let's go. But like, I don't really initiate to like go out or like do anything like I used to. Like, I used to be very active in a bike club. I used to, work out. I used to, do all these things, and now it's just like,
Yeah, no, I understand that completely.
Right.
So, as a result of not being able to go out as much, do you feel like you've lost contact with a lot of people that used to be in your life?
Well, I was a member of a pretty close-knit group of friends. Like, we went through medical school together, and 3 of them are dead. So, that kind of leaves me with the remaining few.
It's completely understandable. Do you ever have any, it says here that you have angry and irritable outbursts. How is that affecting?
Well, not very often.
Not very often.
I don't know how I responded, but that doesn't happen very often. I'm a pretty chill dude, I guess. I'm not super angry. Sometimes I get angry with myself, and I definitely get angry with the other guy that was driving the truck that hit us.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine.
I don't know what his story was, but
I understand.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I can imagine that you're feeling frustration towards that. And
Yeah.
Place definitely. But going over your test scores here, it seems to me that you meet the criteria for post-traumatic stress disorder.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Quite a few. You're actually ranking 62 points, which is considered pretty severe.
Wow.
So if you're okay with that, I definitely want to see you back again, and maybe the next week.
Okay.
You're gonna come out so we can start processing some of these feelings that you're having, the emotions, and so we can work through the experiences together.
Yeah. I think that would be great, and our meeting today was really helpful. So, can you give me a little bit of an idea of what our work might entail?
I have some ideas in my head already about PTSD and some interventions and protocol that we can do, but I
Okay.
was more thinking right now, what do you think our time would be used together and what would be beneficial to you?
Well, I know that, like I said, I've had to tell this story numerous times. And I really feel like my feelings and emotions are kind of disconnected and like detached from like what's actually happened. And I haven't really shared with anybody in the level of detail that I remember what actually happened. Like it's not like I'm gonna tell, like my buddy's parents that their son was like, ejected out of the vehicle and, the things that I saw with regards to that.
No, I
And
understand.
Brian, my buddy sitting next to me, like what happened to him, the truck hit him dead on.
I'm sure those memories are very vivid for you.
Forget it.
Yeah, that's something we're gonna have to work towards, but in the beginning, I think we should start a little bit smaller and work our way up to there.
Sure. I know that I've told the story like over and over and over again. Like I feel like I'm pretty scripted and detached from my feelings and emotions with regards to it. Because like my friend's parents obviously like wanted to know like what happened, and things like that. So, I think that being able to just match my feelings and emotions with what actually really happened may be a really great start.
Yes, we will definitely explore that, and we can also work on
some sleep hygiene stuff so we can get you to stay asleep. And we can also talk to Dr. Sam again and see if we can get you on any medications that are going to help you with your anxiety as well in conjunction with the therapy.
Yeah, because I really haven't talked to Dr. Sam about all this stuff. I really actually haven't talked this much to anybody, so I'm not really sure. I guess you're really able to pull it out of me.
Okay. Do you want me to bring Dr. Sam in so we can talk together?
Yeah, I mean, if you'd like. I mean, I think that maybe some medication to help me sleep would be really good.
Definitely.
Yeah, I know that there are some medications out there to help with nightmares, so.
Oh, yes, there are quite a few.
We don't typically use them in OBG, but.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Right.
Okay, well, I'll go grab her, okay?
Okay.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, doctors.
Nice. So we just wanted to meet with you together and go over how your time with Dr. Lyon had gone. To kind of discuss the results of our time together and of your time with her as well. So from the medical aspect of it, everything's going pretty well with your foot. We're just going to keep you on physical therapy. One of the things that I thought might be helpful to try to start you on a low dose of prazosin. It is a medication that will help you with the nightmares that are coming from your PTSD symptoms. How do you feel about that?
I think that would be great.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think that'd be really good.
It'll definitely help in conjunction with our therapy.
Yeah, one of the most important things to remember is that this medication is not going to cure your post-traumatic stress disorder, but it's definitely going to help you get on your way to be getting back to sleep and that kind of stuff so that it can help with the work that you're going to do with Dr. Lyon.
I have a question though. I mean, is that contraindicated with any of my allergy medication?
Nope, I looked it up before I came back in here and everything looks like it should work out pretty well for you.
All right, sweet.
So Dr. Lyon, can you talk a little bit about what you guys will be working on for the psychology aspect of this treatment plan?
Yeah, first and foremost, before you come back next section, I would really like it if you keep a sleep diary. So what you're going to do is every night, well, every morning actually, after you wake up, just write down if you woke up, what time you woke up, how much you were awake, the amount of time you were awake during the night.
Could I do it like during the night instead of when I wake up in like in the morning?
I mean, you could write it down. So like, say you wake up at like
I may
3.
forget.
Yeah, say you wake up at 3, you just look over at the clock, you just write 3 down. But I don't want it to be a thing that keeps you up. So you don't have to if you feel like you're gonna fall back asleep. I don't want you to get up and go do that so that doesn't like help your sleep.
Okay.
So, but if you don't think you're gonna remember, I would definitely just write it real quick. Have a notepad right next to your bed, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll definitely help. It'll help me see your sleep patterns and
Okay.
see also what time you're falling asleep at, and maybe some things that we can work on for as far as like sleep hygiene.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay. Definitely.
Anything else I can do for our next session? When are we scheduling that?
We're gonna schedule it on our way out, so I'll walk up to the receptionist and we'll make the appointment.
All right. Very good.
Are there any questions that you have for either of us about the things that we discussed today?
I don't think so. I'm pretty super impressed that I could see both of you at the same time. I mean, that's unheard of, especially with my experience with my brother.
Yeah, well,
Pretty crazy.
Healthcare system is definitely moving towards like a more integrated system where the psychologists are in the same building as the physicians. I'm sure you know, as you know, OBGYN, well maybe not, but this is relatively starting to take hold and it's new.
Yeah, I rarely see a psychologist on the ward.
Yeah.
So it's good to see you guys around.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you. Hopefully we can give you some help.
I hope so too.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Docs.